Hello everyone and welcome to this video, and today I would love to talk about the impossibility of leaving a legacy while tiptoeing through life. My name is Agakura. I am a highly sensitive person, and as a coach and NLP practitioner I work with highly sensitive people, mainly female entrepreneurs and creatives. Now, when in conversation with entrepreneurs and creatives who are highly sensitive, I always get this feeling of talking to people who have this big dream in their heart, but not only a big dream to accomplish or to launch or to write or to create something, but to do so for other generations to come, to be able to reap those fruits and to enjoy them and to tap into that work and to be healed or transformed by that work. And all of these things have written over them the word legacy in bold and capital letters. Now, there's also something that I've noticed when in conversation with highly sensitive people, and it's that that's what I think, maybe having grown up raising negative attention from those around us who did not understand us as highly sensitive people, and who would say things like, "Why are you crying again? It's not possible to talk to you without you starting crying. Stop crying and then continue talking. Or why are you too sensitive? You're too sensitive. Why can't you just? Why aren't you?" And so on and so forth. Many of us have gotten into that place that I don't know how to put it. We just want to be. We just want to be and to be left alone, and not want to constantly have the feeling that we're annoying people, or people are not understanding or getting us. And this has developed into this habit of what I call tiptoeing through life, also when it comes to hesitating to leaving our legacy, or to creating those things we want to create, to write that book, do that choreography, launch that business, or launch that blog or that YouTube channel, podcast, whatever it is. And so why do we usually tiptoe, right? I mean, normally we tiptoe because we don't want to maybe wake people. Maybe some of you, like me, when you were teenagers, you had this thing of maybe being a bit later at home than you should have, and then you were like, let me not wake, or suddenly having a craving for that last piece of chocolate cake, but let me not wake everybody. Or you're late at that event, and or that concert, and your seat happens to be in the second row, and so we decide to tiptoe. But why do we tiptoe? We don't want to raise people's attention. We don't want to disturb, annoy, and just be heard in that point, at that moment. But here's the thing. Leaving a legacy includes being heard, being seen, and thus it includes being annoying, maybe not being understood by people, maybe some people not liking us anymore, maybe some people criticizing us. Just think of leaving a legacy like walking with your whole foot. You know, we've all seen this, footprints, and then you'll be able to see what type of shoe the person was walking, and so on and so forth. And it's really treading with your whole foot. That's leaving a legacy. And tiptoeing, which is when you're just walking on your toes, is not does not leave the prints that walking with our whole foot will leave, right? Just think of great names like Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, they all, I would say that what they shared was this enormous love for people, the desire for change, using their voice for others, but also this this way of just treading with their whole foot. And even if it cost their life. Like in the case of Martin Luther King, someone decided, no, this person does not deserve to live, shouldn't be here. We don't want the change that he's proposing. But even after his death, would you believe that his voice was still there? His voice is still used in songs or in the background. He's still quoted. His voice went on to create the change, like the dream that he had. And so that he left that legacy, so that even when someone decided to take him out physically, the change still came, the change that he wanted to create. And the same with Gandhi. Someone decided shouldn't live anymore, doesn't deserve to be here anymore, let's take him out. But he'd already left a legacy. We're still quoting him today. We're still giving him as an example for peaceful change. Nelson Mandela, someone decided 27 years, you know what, don't want to hear you, don't want to see you, and people were still shouting his name in the streets, and he became the symbol of change in his country, in South Africa. He didn't have to be on that street, but that is because he had left that legacy. Now, these are all, these are all people in politics, but even when you look in your area, be it maybe someone who changed painting, who changed the world, who brought change in the world of arts and created their own style, and people were annoyed, but then other people, there were already people there to say, no, but I like this, actually I like this, or choreography, or in music. Everything you can think about, there were always these people who were like, this is so important to me, and yes, it will annoy, I will lose people, I will have people criticize me or want me out, but I am going to do this. And actually, I just wanted to record this to say that if there's something that's not going to be possible, it's going to be leaving a legacy while tiptoeing through life. But just know that tiptoeing, why do we usually tiptoe? It's to do others a favor, right? It's to please others. I don't want people to be distracted by the sound of me stepping, even though sometimes, when you tiptoe over a wooden floor, you might as well walk with your whole foot. That's my experience. But normally we tiptoe because it's like we don't want to make noise and disturb. So it's for others. But you know what? For the person who's tiptoeing, it's really uncomfortable. Tiptoeing is very, very, very uncomfortable. Now imagine tiptoeing through life for years or decades. How your heart, even though your head is saying, this is how we should be doing it, we're good, this person still likes us, this person still likes my post, they haven't unfriended me, they're still following me, they're still calling me on my birthday, and your head is trying to convince you of the fact that it's good. Your heart is actually aching for just walking with your whole foot and leaving that footprint. That's what your heart wants. And I would like to invite you to tune in with your heart and to ask your heart, where am I tiptoeing through life? Because I don't want to annoy, I don't want to wake, or I don't want to maybe raise suspicion. Some thoughts are also like, what if I do this and someone is already doing it? You know what? Probably yes, but not the way you're doing it. Have you ever walked into a pizza place and said, why do they serve pizza margarita here if they're serving it at that? No, probably it's like, if they didn't, you would be like, there's something missing, and that's pizza margarita. And then when people talk, you'll find that they have their favorite is a different place. It's not everybody likes the same. And some people will like the way you write, the way you sing, the way you express yourself, and those are the people that matter, that you're actually here for. But most of all, before we go into doing this for others, I actually want to invite yourself to start treading with your whole foot, treading through life with your whole foot for yourself, to relieve yourself from this discomfort of tiptoeing. I mean, I'm just going to ask you, just as an exercise, to tiptoe from wherever you are. If you're at home, maybe through your corridor, or from your bedroom to the kitchen and so on, to tiptoe for a while, and then just let me know in the comments how long you did that, and still until you really got fed up and it was painful and uncomfortable. If you're a prima ballerina, you don't qualify for this, I'm sorry. But if you're not, and then imagine while you're tiptoeing, this is what I'm doing to my heart. I am tiptoeing through life, and this is how my heart feels. Even if my head is telling me we're good, this is the way we do life. Please don't be loud. Be nice, fit in, be quiet for once, and don't show your emotions, don't cry, By the way, I'm almost crying while saying this. Your heart is saying, but I just want to tread, I just want this relief, and I'm inviting you to start doing it for yourself. And then, yes, then you will already have done something, not just for ourselves, because treading with our whole foot is never only for ourselves. There'll be many people being, oh really? Then let me start treading with my foot as well. And then comes building whatever it is you want to build or create or design, whatever it is. But first of all, allow yourself to just walk while treading with your whole foot. And then let those beautiful works, let that beautiful legacy flow out of you. And enjoy as it flows out of you. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. And if you ever need help with this, with starting to find out how to tread, because sometimes when you've been tiptoeing for so long, it's like how do I lower my foot, how do I actually start, and it feels so awkward and so on. Just know that there is a lot of help out there in whichever way you need it, be it therapy, be it coaching, and you can also always reach out to me to see if my way of working as a coach and NLP practitioner can be beneficial to you. But most of all, just know that if this seems like a really hard task, you don't have to do it on your own. Do the research and find someone who can help you, and then also find the support in your network, in your surroundings, that will support you with this. This life is not meant to be experienced and lived and mastered alone. Much love to you. Thank you very much for watching, and hoping to see you again in one of the next videos.